Martin Rattler by R.M. Ballantyne. Read by Peter Joyce. Martin Rattler was a very bad boy. At least his aunt, Mrs. Dorothy Grumbit, said so. And certainly she ought to have known, if anybody should, for Martin lived with her, and was, as she herself expressed it, the bane of her existence, the very torment of her life. No doubt of it whatever, according to Aunt Dorothy Grumbit's showing, Martin Rattler was a remarkably bad boy. It is a curious fact, however, that although most of the people in the village of Ashford seemed to agree with Mrs. Grumbit in her opinion of Martin, there were very few of them who did not smile cheerfully on the child when they met him, and say, "Good day, lad," as heartily as if they thought him the best boy in the place. No one seemed to bear Martin Rattler ill will, notwithstanding his alleged badness. Men laughed when they said he was a bad boy, as if they did not quite believe their own assertion. The vicar, an old white-headed man with a kind, hearty countenance, said that the child was full of mischief. Full of mischief, but he would improve as he grew older. He was quite certain of that. And the vicar was a good judge, for he had 5 boys of his own, besides 3 other boys, the sons of a distant relative, who boarded with him. And he had lived 40 years in a parish overflowing with boys, and he was particularly fond of boys in general. Not so the doctor, a pursy little man with a terrific frown, who hated boys, especially little ones, with a very powerful hatred. The doctor said that Martin was a scamp. And yet Martin had not the appearance of a scamp. He had fat rosy cheeks, a round rosy mouth, a straight, delicately formed nose, a firm, massive chin, and a broad forehead. But the latter was seldom visible, owing to the thickly clustering fair curls that overhung it. When asleep, Martin's face was the perfection of gentle innocence. But the instant he opened his dark brown eyes, 1,000 dimples and wrinkles played over his visage, chiefly at the corners of his mouth and round his eyes, as if the spirit of fun and the spirit of mischief had got entire possession of the boy, and were determined to make the most of him. When deeply interested in anything, Martin was as grave and serious.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?